Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is about opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, the Love and Marriage Huntsville scene where Chris Sr. and Chris Jr. Filmed, I actually loved it. I truly did. I was like, finally, sitting through this whole episode, getting down to the end, with all this rubbish, went through all this rubbish of the episode to finally get a good scene. And it's like somebody was, actually showing true reality, not putting on for the camera. But it was just, it was good. It was a good scene. And Chris talking to Chris Jr. about his depression, telling him that he'll stop doing whatever to make sure that his son is okay, that he's there for him. It was a true life experience. And I believe that the Fletchers, they have they're proving themselves to become the front runner family. And, Chris being able to be vulnerable on screen, on camera, with his son, that's priceless, because you don't see, father son sit up there talking about depression and stuff like that. I mean, you may it's hard to get a scene like that. So, Chris checking his son about not calling his mom, I think that's a real issue as well, because adult kids, they need to be held accountable. They actually need to see what they actually be doing to their parents when, they get mad for something that they did, a crisis that they caused, and because they didn't get their way in the end, they want to stop calling, stop coming by, like acting like their parents didn't just help them out of a life crisis, and they act like they punishing them. But until they get in trouble again, and who is the first people that they call? Their parents. So I feel like NELL could have let them dogs go to the pound. So Chris Jr., in my opinion, he needs to be cool and thankful at the same time, because technically NELL owns them dogs, because she bought them whenever she bailed his entitled self out of jail and had to take him to the vet. That's a lot. And she ain't even, yeah, she want her money because she's trying to teach him responsibility. And if you keep on bailing your kids out, they're going to continue to get themselves in trouble. But if you add that stupid text back to them that they keep on getting themselves into, then they'll think twice before they start adding the stupid text to that, because they don't want to pay the stupid tax out of their pocket, but they'll pay the stupid tax out their parents' pocket. So if she put that stupid tax on him like she's doing continuously, then eventually he'll come around and think twice before he get himself in trouble and wind up going back to jail or doing whatever he did to get himself locked up. It's like, she's sitting up there, she taking care of his dogs while he get his life together. She don't have to do that. She could have, just said, I'm going to get the dogs, I'm going to drop them off, but I'm not going to take care of those dogs. She could have gave them away. He couldn't take care of them. And if the people come out and see the dogs, they would have took them. So I think he needs to man up on this one. But anyway, she's sitting up here, his parents running up there, getting him out of jail, paying thousands of dollars. It wasn't no hundreds. They said thousands of dollars to get this boy out of jail. It's like, so, like I say, Chris Jr., he needs to look back on this episode, and he needs to get a new appreciation hopefully he will get a new appreciation for his parents, where he could see that his dad, telling him about, his mom or whatever, checking him about his mom, and, letting him know what all his mom, helping him understand what his mom had to shell out. Because just because they have it, or because they make it, just because they make the money, doesn't mean that they have the money to spare whenever he get himself in trouble. And by him being an adult, they really don't owe him anything. When he called them and say, "Oh, I'm in trouble," they can hang up the phone. They not obligated. So I think Chris Jr. need to actually look at this episode and think about what he's doing, and have a nice long self check for himself, and realize that he was the one wrong, and he needs to apologize to his mom. He needs to apologize to both his parents, because he's wrong. But I mean, and like he say, but at the same time, he's going through something, probably because he's at that stage of life. Probably his brothers and sisters are moving along with their life, doing something, have stable jobs or stable income, and he's probably not there yet. So I don't know, because we really don't have the whole backstory of the Fletchers. Hopefully it'll get there with some time, where they'll start to reveal more of the Fletchers. We'll get a chance to see more of the Fletchers, and we can start to peel them back layer by layer. They'll peel themselves back, because they don't seem like they need anybody to do any digging on them. So hopefully their life, their reality will actually play out on Love and Marriage Huntsville, unless they get their own show. But hopefully their life we will get a chance to see their reality play out, and we'll get the whole gist of what's going on, get to the bottom of what's going on with Chris Jr. Why he got his dad up there crying, because his dad feels as though he's suffering from depression. But either way, I'm glad that Chris Sr. was like, if you need somebody, if you get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you need somebody to call me. I'm there. If I got to meet you somewhere, I'll meet you somewhere. I'm never going to be too busy to be there for my son. And I think that needs to be said a lot more, because sometimes men or kids or grown kids, they feel as though because they're grown that they don't need anybody, or they feel as though because if they mess up, they can't come to you in the midst of it, and at least, even if they're not going to take your advice, they're not going to take the parents' advice, at least listen. And sometimes just listening and having a listening ear, it can sometimes they can talk it out where you may solve your own problems. But you'll never know, because it seems like he's running from his problems instead of facing them head on. So I'm glad that his father is like, nope, I'm gonna be there right there. I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna stop everything to make sure that you're okay. And I appreciate him for actually not taking an attitude, not jumping up, running away, actually sitting there listening and hearing his dad out, and them, agreeing to, do something to move forward, to do something about it before it's too late. But I believe that if the Fletchers are not a part of the main cast next season, Carlos can forget about reviving Love and Marriage Huntsville, because the Fletchers, they are the real deal. They are, it's like they're they agreed that if they're going to do reality TV, they are going to do it. And like I said, I understand it could be so hard to do reality TV, but my goodness, if you're gonna do it, then people need to let the Fletchers be the example, because these people are coming out blazing, pulling up conversations and topics and subject matters that actually need to be addressed. I mean, because if the Fletchers aren't, like I said, if the Fletchers aren't part of the main cast, Carlos can forget about reviving Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Melody, she can't carry the show. She can't continue to carry the show all by herself, because she has other projects going on. And, you know, Melody is an entrepreneur that wears so many different hats, and she shouldn't have to carry Love and Marriage Huntsville all by herself. Not when she got all these other castmates there that's earning a check as well. So it's like Love and Marriage Huntsville is not at the top of her food chain to carry it on her back, because she got a lot of stuff that she's already carrying on her back for her personal entrepreneurship. So, like I said, hopefully we get a chance to see the Fletchers more. We get, you know, more of their backstory, and, you know, good or bad. I want to hear from the Fletchers. I want to see their reality, good or bad. I'm invested in the Fletchers. They seem like they are the real deal, and I want to hear more. I want to see more. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.